Hello everyone, thanks for joining us as appleandapps.com checks out Cut the Rope 2. Hopefully you're familiar with the original because it's one of the most popular games on iOS and it gives you a good basis of what to expect here in the sequel. So it's the familiar style right off the top. Your goal is to get candy to your cute little green character known as Om Nom. And the big difference with Cut the Rope 2 is now Om Nom is outdoors, he left the house, he's kind of been stolen by the spiders, and so he has to deal with being in the outdoors, and it's a whole new challenge. And so the levels are relatively familiar if you've played the original Cut the Rope. And so we had the familiar Cut the Rope, then there was the experiments version, and then we had the time travel version, and those were essentially spin-offs. This is a full true sequel, and so now Om Nom can move around the levels. Usually he's in a fixed position and you move the candy to him. As you saw in that level, you can actually move Om Nom, and the big difference is that you have access to different characters. So now you get to have these different level packs where you're going to be introduced to a new character each time. In this case, it's this little guy named Roto, who's a little helicopter guy, can help levitate Om Nom or the candy. And all told, there's going to be 5 different worlds, so you're going to come across 5 different characters, and there's 120 levels to play across these new locations. So we're just trying to show you the quick overview of what to expect with the sequel. Again, if you're familiar with the original Cut the Rope, this should be relatively well known, and it's just the little nuances and intricacies, and I'm sure just the name Cut the Rope 2 is going to inspire a lot of downloads by people anyway. Of course you want to get the 3 stars. If you don't, it feels like you wasted the whole level, but we'll keep going. Now we got the familiar little blue air blowers. And so, again, we're beginning with Roto, and then you'll come across Lick, which he can create bridges with his tongue, and then Blue can create kind of like a block stacking ability to lift Om Nom up, and then Toss can throw objects, including the candy. And then finally Boo can scare Om Nom to have him leap up to new heights. So let's jump back out into the menu. You see, this is just the first level pack. And then Forest, and then you see all the usual suspects. So that's, you got your 5 level packs. And then also there's the 20 main levels, which is pretty typical. And then there's going to be bonus levels. So let's... Then you have a new in-app purchase scheme applied to this game as well. The game is 99 cents and it's going to be universal. This is the first Cut the Rope game which is universal, so that's definitely nice to see. You get the idea of that level. So now let's go into one of the bonus levels. So it's essentially more of the same, just kind of taken up a notch. I can tap on this little solution button, so this one will show us what to do. Kind of a little guided tutorial. Make it super obvious. Let's go back out. You get the idea of that. And now we can click on the little shop button to see you can buy these little power-ups. And then you can also buy little outfits for Om Nom or the candy. So there's extra IAP added to the familiar Cut the Rope aspect. So let's go to the next level pack and dive in for some more. This is introducing the new character right off the top. So we can tap him and see that he offers like a little lizard sticky tongue to create bridges. But the same physics puzzle action style is here, where it's all about maintaining and building momentum of the candy to get it to Om Nom. So again, Om Nom can move in these levels. All about time. And again, it's 99 cents, it's universal. There's going to be 120 levels, and then in these levels you can shoot for 3 stars. And then there's optional objectives, which is kind of like pudding monsters from Zepto Labs, so you can collect 2 stars or just try to cut 1 rope to get these added objectives. And now we got both the little characters involved. And that's a good place to stop as any. This is appleandapps.com, and we hope you enjoyed it. We'll talk to you next time.